Covered, what are the concerns in Rotary, and has drilled it down to the club level. And the question now is, how do we implement that? How do we actually engage? And the first thing to think about is your mindset. And good, bad, or indifferent, we are great at the pyramid philosophy of management, which means we have a top-down approach. And that's the way Rotary has operated for many, many years. For basically the last 100 years. What has changed is taking that pyramid and turning it on its side, and quite frankly, looking at your Rotary emblem. Brent's here today, I'm here today, District Governor-elect Bart's here today to be facilitators, to share best practices with you. We're kind of in the center of the Rotary wheel, taking things from other regions, other clubs, other districts, and cross-pollinating it to you. And one of those is the touch point issues that Steve Sambo has brought up with his club. Now, I know all of you have gotten an email from President Dave about touch points, and what does this mean? And I think the biggest concern and the biggest elephant in the room is, quite frankly, what is it going to do to our Friday morning attendance at this meeting? Don't take it from me, guys. Do yourself a favor. Ask Sambo at AOL.com. Steve Sambo. I went to Steve. I went to his club. And I got to tell you, I've been to the Upper Arlington Rotary Club many times. And the last time I went was about 3 weeks ago. I walked in, and there's a buzz in the club. And Steve says, "Hey, I'm glad you made it. Here's the greeters. I met dozens of people like that." I said, "Steve, you got a buzz in this room. What's going on?" He says, "Touch points." I go figure, how does that work? He said, "It's really simple, Frank. What we're going to do is take our attendance and spread it out." And what I mean by that is, we'll use social engagements like Raj's wine tasting, curling like a Pastor Steve does, perfect parties, committee work, district work, zone work, community work. We're going to all count that as attendance in one form or another. Now, every club can do this their own way, okay? This is not as I said, not a top-down kind of thing. In fact, Coshocton is doing this right now. And they were worried about the same thing you're wondering. Will it kill my attendance? Quite the opposite. What Steve will tell you is his attendance at his meetings have actually gone up. And the reason for that is people are networking outside this meeting, and they see each other more than one time a week, and they learn something about each other and their businesses and their services, and most importantly, their needs. And they go, "Wow, I need to touch up with that person again." And what ends up happening is that club meeting becomes another touch point, another place to gather. And so, kind of like a spider web, or a neuron synapses, if you will, if I had to chart it out, people gather because they want to see each other. Now, I'll give you a personal example of this, okay? One of the reasons I'm here today is on a district level, okay? That's a touch point for me. I work with Bart Mahoney. That's another touch point for me personally, not as a Rotarian. Other one is Brent. He's a great mentor for me as the incoming membership co-chair, okay? There's another reason I'm here. I'm a member of Dublin. I actually live in Dublin. I'm part of the Hilliard Club. I'm sorry. These things happen. And I didn't mean to take Verizon away from you, but we'll get through that. The other reason I'm here is I'm in the real estate business, and I know Paige, and I know Roberta, and I know Sarah Richardson, which one day you'll bring into the club.
Yeah.
And I want to get to know those people and do more business with them as well. So I have a networking hook there. The only way I can develop those relationships more is by meeting them more than once a month or once a week, okay? And that's what touch points is about. We are spreading ourselves out, okay? And bringing it back in. Now, how do you